Hello everybody, have to join the today live session guys. I hope you all will be doing great for the today guys. La Not again. Mimi, thank you Mimi. Everybody have to join the stream guys. A respected member have to write your name in the chat guys and do the super chat. Yeah guys, making the like and subscribing to the channel. A lot of love and respect for you joining. Oh again, yeah, no again, yeah, oh no, I'm again how, yeah, I was go off, I wanna go off the Krishna, I wanna go off because I have to forget to restarting, I was restart my router, but I did not have to the mobile, so that's why I did not getting the stable views. So guys, everybody have to join the sharing guys, making the like and subscribing to the channel. Hurry up guys, every single person, hurry up to join the sharing. Sachin, how are you Sachin? Thank you so much for joining. How are you Sachin? Thank you so much for joining Sachin. Hurry up guys, making the like, subscribing to the channel and send the laughing discord for the appreciation guys. Making the like and subscribing to the channel. Every respected member have to write your name in the chat. Alright, Sachin first. Yeah, Sachin is the first and Mimi is the second. Hurry up guys to write your name in the chat. Everybody making the like and subscribing to the channel guys. Thank you so much for your joining. Not fair. Moke, how are you Moke? How are you Moke? Thank you so much for joining. Moke, how are you Moke? Color, how are you Color? Thank you so much for joining to stream, dear Color. Thank you so much for your joining, Color. How are you, Color? Where are you from watching, dear Color? Thank you so much for joining to stream. Lovely bird. Thank you so much for joining to stream. Moke, I write your name there. Hurry up guys, 24 people is watching guys. Come on, do the super chat. Write your name in the chat. Valonsi, oh, thank you for the setter. Thank you, Wilconsi. Thank you for the setter. Can you send the laughing disco? Laughing disco is my dream and the favorite gift. Yeah, dancing. Thank you, dancing. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, dancing. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hansi, how are you, Hansi? Dancing, please send a laughing disco for my appreciation matter. Laughing disco is my dream. So she's your future and I did not get sorry Mimi. Bales, sorry Bales. Thank you so much for joining to City Rim, dear Bales. Sorry Bales. Thank you so much for your joining. And Gole, how are you, dear Guillermo? How are you, Guillermo? Thank you so much for joining, Guillermo. Leuke, how are you, Leuke? Thank you so much for joining, Leuke. Lusa, sorry, Lusa. Thank you. Favorite, not future, yeah. Lucy, thank you, Lucy. Everybody to write your name in the chat, do the super chat, making the like and subscribing to the channel. Pawan, hurry, Pawan, thank you so much for joining to stream, dear Pawan. Everybody to write your name in the chat. Thank you. Hi, Charlie. How are you, dear Charlie? Thank you so much for joining to stream, my dear. Thank you, Jinnali. How are you, dear Jinnali? Thank you so much for joining to stream, Jinnali. How are you, Jinnali? Thank you so much for you joining. Arika, how are you, Arika? Thank you so much for joining, Arika. How are you, Arika? Nina, how are you, Nina? Thank you so much for joining, dear Nina. A lot of love and respect for you joining. Pasile, how are you, Pasile? Thank you so much for joining to stream, dear Pasile. How are you, Pasile? Thank you so much for your joining. Melissa, how are you, Melissa? How are you, Melissa? Thank you so much for joining, Melissa. Zoe, how are you, Zoe? Thank you so much for joining to stream, Zoe. Alan, how are you, Alan? Thank you so much for joining, dear. Every respected member have to write your name in the chat, guys. Moke, I write your name, my dear. Moke, I write your name, my dear. Thank you. Bika, how are you, Bika? Thank you so much for joining to stream, my dear. Please, guys, send the laughing disco, do the super chat, guys. Zan, how are you, dear Zan? Thank you so much for joining to stream. Alexi, how are you, dear Alexi? How are you, Alexi? Thank you so much for joining, dear Alexi. Thank you. Dikesh, how are you, Dikesh? Thank you so much for joining to stream, dear Dikesh. How are you, Dikesh? Charif, how are you, Charif? Thank you so much for joining to stream, dear Charif. Thank you so much for your joining. Zanab, how are you, dear Zanab? Thank you so much for joining to stream, dear Zanab. How are you, Zanab? Thank you. Mimi with smart and red hair. Thank you, Mimi. And Kiorina, how are you, Kiorina? Thank you so much for joining to stream, Kiorina. How are you, Kiorina? Thank you, Korea. Victoria, how are you, Victoria? Thank you so much for joining to stream, Victoria. And Juniper, how are you, Juniper? Thank you so much for joining to stream, Juniper. Thank you. Lamb, how are you, dear Lamb? Thank you so much for joining. Everybody, make the like, subscribing to the channel. Andela, how are you, dear Andela? Thank you so much for joining, dear Andela. How are you, Andela? Thank you so much for joining to the stream. Yolan, how are you, Yolan? Thank you so much for joining to the stream, Yolan. Thank you, Yolan. Thank you so much for you joining the most SC or only the girls. Yeah, there is almost have the girl. Cassie, how are you, Cassie? Thank you so much for joining to stream. Thank you, Sonia. How are you, dear Sonia? How are you, Sonia? Thank you so much for you joining, Sonia. Mana, how are you, dear Mania? How are you, Mania? Please, guys, send the laughing disco. Do the super chat, guys. Amani, how are you, Amani? Thank you so much for joining to stream, dear Amani. A lot of love and respect. Mia, how are you, dear Mia? Thank you so much for joining to stream, Mia. Hurry up, guys, to write your name in the chat. Jenny, why you are going? Mimi, why you are going? Jenny, how are you, Jenny? Thank you so much for joining to stream, dear Jenny. Liuke, how are you, dear Liuke? Thank you so much for joining, Liuke. Again, how are you, again? Thank you so much for joining again. To write your name in the chat. And yeah, don't spam, guys. Jackie, how are you, Jackie? Thank you so much for joining to stream, dear Jackie. To write your name in the chat. Mimi, are you here? You can say that I'm busy, and also you can say I busy. Yeah, I am busy on writing the name there. Adarina, how are you dear Adarina? Thank you so much for joining Adarina. How are you Adarina? Mayor, how are you Mayor? Thank you so much for joining to Citrin. Thank you so much for you joining. Jamina, how are you Jamina? Thank you so much for joining Jamina. How are you Jamina? To write your name, Mimi, how are you Mimi? Thank you so much for you joining, Mimi. Megan, how are you, Megan? Thank you so much for joining. You will be stay there, Mimi. Why you are going? Dio, how are you, Dio? Thank you so much for joining, Dio. Just have to watch and stay there. Why you got two, Mimi? Yeah, there is come have too many Mimis. How are you? To write your name in the chat, guys, making the like and subscribing to the channel. Every respected member have to write your name in the chat, guys. Arthur, how are you, Arthur? Thank you so much for joining to stream, dear Arthur. How will you know it's how you will know it's me? I don't know it's you. Soha, how are you, Soha? Thank you so much for joining, Soha. Helen, how are you, dear Helen? Thank you so much for joining, dear Helen. How are you, Helen? Anyways, bye, take care. Why you are going? You have to stay there to watch the screen. Jesu, how are you, Jesu? Thank you so much for joining. Raya, how are you, dear Raya? Thank you so much for joining, Raya. Thank you so much for you joining, dear Raya. Echo, how are you, Echo? Thank you so much for joining, Echo. How are you, Echo? Daniel, how are you, Daniel? Thank you so much for joining to stream, Daniel. How are you, Daniel? Arbo, how are you, Arbo? Thank you so much for joining. Sorry, Abro, how are you, Abro? Thank you so much for joining to stream, Abro. Alan, how are you, Alan? How are you, Alan? Thank you so much for joining, Alan. To write your name in the chat, guys. Laura, how are you, Laura? Thank you so much for joining to stream, dear Laura. Thank you so much for you joining, dear Laura. Alan, I write your name there. Aya, how are you, dear Aya? Thank you so much for joining, dear Aya. Thank you so much for you joining. To write your name in the chat, guys. Irene, how are you, dear Irene? Thank you so much for joining to stream, dear Irene. A lot of love and respect for you joining. And gamer is even got below thing. Yeah, gamer is my friend. He is from UK. And gamer, yeah. Sorry, he's from gamer from United States. Could me moderator of the chat. Yeah, he is the moderator of my chat. Please, guys, do the super chat, guys. Rayan, how are you, dear Rayan? Thank you so much for joining to stream, Rayan. Fari, how are you, Fari? Thank you so much for joining to stream. Nuralam, how are you, Nuralam? Thank you so much for joining to stream, Nuralam. How are you, Nuralam? Thank you so much for you joining. How can be moderator of the chat? I will give you the blue title. Okay, Mimi, I will be get free. Then I will give you there. Leah, how are you, dear Leah? Thank you so much for joining, dear Leah. How are you, Leah? Thank you so much for joining to stream. Emma, how are you, Emma? How are you, Emma? Thank you so much for joining, dear Emma. Please guys do the super chat to write your name. Also you have to do it. Yeah, it's I have to make it. Fatima, how are you, Fatima? Thank you so much for joining, Fatima. uh Aya, how are you, Aya? Thank you so much for joining to a city ring. I just said my name is not Johan. Yeah, your name is not Johan. Kalebe, how are you, dear Kalebe? Thank you so much for joining to a city ring. Kalebe, how are you, Kalebe? Thank you. Astia, how are you, dear Astia? How are you, Astia? Thank you so much for joining to a city ring. Astia, how are you, Astia? To write your name in the chat, guys, making the like and subscribing to the channel, and of love and respect for your joining. Arita, how are you, Arita? Thank you so much for joining to a city ring. Ari, how are you, Ari? Bye guys, take care. Okay, Mimi, and take care. See you in a while. Alici, how are you, Alici? Mimi, you stay there. Listen to stay there for a while. Yoselin, how are you, Yoselin? Thank you so much for joining to a city ring, Yoselin. Jonathan, how are you, dear Jonathan? How are you, Jonathan? Thank you so much for joining, Jonathan. How are you, Jonathan? And next, how are you, next? Thank you so much for joining to a city ring. Next one, how are you, next one? Najla, how are you, Najla? Thank you so much for joining to a city ring, dear Najla. How are you, dear Najla? Kevin, how are you, Kevin? Thank you so much for joining. Please someone send the laughing disco or do the super chat, guys. Thank you so much for joining to city ring. Amelia, how are you, dear Amelia? Thank you so much for joining to city ring, Amelia. To write your name in the chat. Zalmi, how are you, Zalmi? Thank you so much for joining. To write your name in the chat. Venus, how are you, Venus? Thank you so much for joining, Venus. How are you, Venus? Danara, how are you, Danara? Thank you so much for joining. Please, guys, someone send the laughing disco, guys, and do the super chat. And yeah, Sarah, how are you, dear Sarah? Thank you so much for joining, dear Sarah. A lot of love and respect for you joining. Nicole, how are you, Nicole? Thank you so much for joining, Nicole. How are you, Nicole? Thank you so much for your joining, Nicole. To write your name in the chat, guys, making the like and subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much. Damanka, how are you, and Danaka, how are you, Dinaka? How are you, Dinaka? Thank you so much for joining, Dinaka. Lala, how are you, dear Lal? How are you, Lal? Thank you so much for joining to a city ring, dear Lal. A lot of love and respect for you joining. Everybody have to write your name in the chat, guys. Thank you so much for you joining, making the like and subscribing to the channel. Wonchi, how are you, Wonchi? Thank you so much for joining, Wonhi, how are you, Wonhi? Thank you so much for joining, Wonhi. Marte, how are you, Marte? How are you, Marte? Elisa, how are you, pretty Elisa? Everybody do the like and subscribing to the channel. Amaris, how are you, Amaris? Please, guys, do the super chat, send the laughing disco. Yeah, and to write your name in the chat, guys. Thank you so much for your joining, guys. Marty, how are you, Marty? Thank you so much for joining, Marty. How are you, Marty? Thank you so much for your joining. Sanna, how are you, Sanna? Thank you so much for joining, Sanna. Alton, how are you, Alton? Thank you so much for joining, dear Alton. How are you, Alton? To write your name in the chat, guys. Wagner, how are you, Wagner? Thank you so much for joining, Wagner. Jugmar, please, guys, someone send the laughing disco. Levy, how are you, Levy? Thank you so much for joining, Levy. How are you, dear Levy? Thank you so much for joining, dear Levy. Please, guys, to write your name in the chat and also do the super chat. Nadira, how are you, Nadira? How are you, Nadira? Thank you so much for joining to City Ring. Evie, okay, Evie, how are you, Evie? Thank you so much for joining, dear Evie. Kev, how are you, Kev? Thank you so much for joining, Kev. How are you, Kev? Thank you so much for joining to Ring. Hourly, how are you, Hourly? Thank you so much for joining to Ring, dear Hourly. I have not. Oh, that's great. Celine, how are you, Celine? Thank you so much for joining to Ring, dear Celine. To write your name in the chat. I write your name on here, my dear. Friday, how are you, Friday? Friday, how are you, Friday? Thank you so much for joining, Friday. Camila, how are you, Kamala? Thank you so much for joining, dear Kamala. A lot of love and respect for your joining. Thank you. Thanks. Can you please do Kaya? How are you, Kaya? Thank you so much for joining, Kaya. Please do the super chat, Kaya. Hi there. Hi. Thank you so much for joining. Lena, how are you, dear Lena? Thank you so much for your joining, Lena. Shari, how are you, dear Sharini? Thank you so much for joining to Shitarin, dear Sharini. How are you, Sharini? Lena, I write your name pretty, Lena. Branley, how are you, Branley? Thank you so much for joining to Shitarin, Branley. Maclay, how are you, Maclay? Thank you so much for joining to Shitarin, dear Maclay. Melody, how are you, Melody? Yumna, how are you, Yumna? Shane, I write your name, Shane. Its first name is your. Silo, how are you, dear Silo? I'm good. What about you? I'm good, dear. Please, guys, to write your name in the chat. Laline, how are you, Laline? Thank you, Lalina. How are you, Lalina? Leah, how are you, dear Leah? Mazhadda, how are you, Mazhadda? Leah, I write your name. Airbor, how are you, Airbor? Abrar, I write your name just now. Just so you know, my name is between M and C. Megan, please, guys, someone send a laughing disco and do a super chat, guys. Jesus, how are you, Jesus? Thank you so much for joining, Jesus. Everybody have to write your name in the chat, guys, making the like and subscribing to the channel. Khania, how are you, dear Khania? How are you, Khania? Saturina, how are you, Saturina? Sarina, how are you, Sarina? How are you, Serini? Thank you so much for joining. Sophia, how are you, Sophia? Gabby, how are you, Gabby? Please, guys, do the super chat. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the goal. Mare, can you send the laughing disco? Laughing disco is my dream gift. Mare, can you send the laughing disco, Mare? Mare, I write your name. Please send a laughing disco, my dear. Laughing disco is my dream gift. Yeah, our follow state, our laughing disco. Alia, how are you, dear Alia? How are you, Allah? Thank you so much for joining. Mare, Doreen, I write your name, Doreen. Thank you so much for joining. Hope, how are you, Hope? Every respected member have to write your name in the chat, guys. C4, how are you, C4? Thank you so much for joining to sit to ring, dear C4. Hamara, how are you, Hamara? Thank you so much for joining to sit to ring, Hamara. How are you, Hamara? Sophia, how are you, Sophia? Thank you so much for joining, dear Sophia. Admin, how are you, dear Admin? Thank you so much for joining to sit to ring, Admin. To write your name in the chat. Joshua, how are you, Joshua? How are you, Joshua? Megan, how are you, Megan? Thank you so much for joining, dear Megan. To write your name in the chat, guys. Yeah, guys, without any spamming, just have to write your name in the chat. Dala, how are you, Dala? Thank you so much for joining, dear Dala. Sakura, how are you, Sakura? Thank you so much for joining, Sakura. Arena, how are you, Arena? Please someone send a laughing disco, guys, for my appreciation. And Joan, how are you, Joan? Thank you so much for joining, Joan. How are you, Joan? Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mare. Thank you so much for the goal. Male, can you send a laugh and 67? Can you send a 167? Can you send and Nichum? How are you, Nichum? Thank you so much for joining, dear Nichum. Dominic, how are you, Dominic? Oh, that's great. That's great. That's great. Thank you so much for the 6-7. Thank you, Mare. Thank you, Mare. Maria, how are you, Maria? Please, guys. And Jason, how are you, Jason? Thank you so much for joining Twisted Dream, Jason. 6-7. Yeah, guys, send the 6-7. 6-7. 6-7 is the favorite. Thank you for the 100, Lazina. Can you send a rose? Lanila, how are you, Lanila? Thank you so much for joining. Dominic, I write your name. Looks that I write your name. Thank you for the rose. Rose is my favorite, really. Rose is the favorite gift. Thank you for the rose, my dear. Thank you. Chinu, how are you, Chinu? Thank you so much for joining to sit ring, dear Chinu. Thank you so much, Michael. How are you, Michael? But Mary, the goal looks very amazing. Looks amazing. You should have to check out. The goal looks a really goal. Kayan, how are you, Kayan? Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for the star. The superhero is the Mare. Mare is the superhero. Mare is the superhero for the today. Rose, how are you, Rose? Thank you, superhero. Thank you. Aubrey, how are you, Aubrey? Thank you so much for joining, Aubrey. Thank you so much for you joining, making the like and subscribing to the channel. Yoraj, how are you, Yoraj? Thank you so much for joining to City Rim. Yoraj, how are you, Yoraj? Juni, how are you, Juni? Thank you so much for joining, Juni. How are you, Juni? Venus, how are you, Venus? Marek, can you send one more 6-7 to make me happy? Pomni, how are you, Pomni? Thank you so much for joining, Pomni. Minju, how are you, Minju? How are you, Minju? Thank you so much for joining, dear Minju. Thank you. NK, how are you, Naki? How are you, Naki? Thank you so much for joining, Naki. Jax, how are you, Jax? Please, guys, send the laughing disco or do the super chat, guys. Rayan, how are you, Rayan? Thank you so much for joining, dear Rayan. Any person can send the laughing disco or do the super chat, guys. Vivina, how are you, Vivina? Vivia, how are you, Vivia? Thank you so much for joining. Angel, how are you, dear Angel? Thank you so much for joining to sit room. Angela, how are you, Angela? To write your name in the chat, guys. Brody, please, guys, someone do the super chat, guys. Make a heart in for your age. Hurry up, guys, to write your name in the chat, guys. Jeannie says, how are you, Jeannie says? Thank you so much for joining, Jeannie says. Please, guys, do the super chat to write your name in the chat, guys. Preston, how are you, Preston? Thank you so much, Preston. Mara, how are you, Mara? Jeannie says, I write your name, Maria. Satar, how are you, Satar? Alam, how are you, Alam? Thank you so much for joining, dear Alam. A lot of love and respect. Jeannie says, I write your name. Looks that. Bum Dad, how are you, Bum Dad? Nabucco, how are you, Nabucco? How are you, Nabucco? To write your name in the chat, guys, making the like and subscribing to the channel. Kariste, how are you, Kariste? Thank you so much for joining to Cittering, Kariste. Every respected person have to write your name in the chat, guys, making the like and subscribing to the channel. Hi there, Manu, how are you, Manu? Thank you so much for joining, Manu. How are you, Manu? Please, guys, do the super chat to write your name in the chat, guys. I have a lot of love and respect for you joining. To write your name in the chat, guys, making the like and subscribing to the channel. Crystal, how are you, Crystal? Thank you so much for joining, Crystal. Aria, how are you, Aria? Thank you so much for joining, Aria. To write your name in the chat, guys. Moises, how are you, Moises? Thank you so much for joining, Moises. Felix, please send the laughing disco or follow state, guys. How are you, Felix? Odara, how are you, Odara? Thank you so much for joining, Odara. How are you, Odara? To write your name in the chat, guys. Salini, how are you, Salini? Thank you so much for joining to sit to ring, dear Salini. How are you, Salini? Valet, how are you, Valet? Thank you so much for joining, dear Valet. Dhan Nas Dhanasika, how are you, Dhanasika? Thank you so much for joining. Zalmi, how are you, Zalmi? Teen, how are you, Teen? Thank you so much for joining, dear Teen. Please, someone do the super chat, guys. Then Case, alright, your name, my dear. Zalmi, alright. Teen, alright. Yeah, why you are spamming? Sanan, how are you, Sanan? Thank you so much for joining, Sanan. To write your name in the chat, guys, making the like and subscribing to the channel. I have a lot of love and respect for you, Johnny. Hurry up, guys, making the like and subscribing to the channel. Dana, how are you, dear Dana? Thank you so much for joining, Dana. Hiba, how are you, Hiba? Please, guys, someone send a laughing disco, guys. Hi, Nina, how are you, Nina? Holly, how are you, dear Holly? Thank you so much for joining, Holly. Shiz, how are you, Shiz? Thank you so much for joining. Ava, how are you? Hi, Ava, how are you, Ava? Thank you. What's doing, Nina? Nina, can you do the super chat for my stream on my stream on the today? Sani, how are you, Sani? Thank you, Ava. Thank you so much for you joining there. A lot of love and respect for you joining. What to repeat? I said, can you do the super chat on my stream? Brian, how are you, Brian? Thank you so much for joining to stream, Brian. A lot of love and respect. Alison, how are you, dear Alison? Anybody can send the laughing disco, guys, or do the super chat for the today. Yeah, if you can do a small donation, matter. Thank you. Gazim, how are you, Gazim? Thank you so much for joining. Please, guys, send the laughing disco. Please send the laughing disco and do the super chat, guys. Oh my god, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for the laughing disco. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, my dear. Thank you, thank you, Peggy. Howdy, Peggy. Let me write your name on Peggy. Peggy, thank you so much. Peggy, 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 Peggy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Peggy. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Peggy, can you send a 167, Peggy? Can you send a 167? Can you send a 167? Only a 167. Can you send? Thank you so much, Peggy. Thank you. God bless you. Can you send a only 167, Peggy? Are you here, my dear? Pretty Peggy, can you send a 67, my dear? I want a only 167. Can you send it right now, my dear? Anybody can send a 67, guys. Please, guys, send a 67, yeah. 67, guys. 67. Send a 67, guys. Anybody can send a 67, guys. Oh, thank you so much for the 67. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. How are you, my dear? Where are you from watching? Thank you so much. Can you send my dear, can you send Esper, can you send a follow state or laughing disco, my dear? Aspera, can you send a laughing disco or follow state? Thank you, my dear. Thank you so much. Thank you. And if you can easily to send a laughing disco or send a laughing disco or follow state. Lara Raj, yeah, only a laughing disco or flow state. Only one laughing disco. Then I will be go off, my dear. Anybody can send Alice. Thank you, Alice. Anybody can send in, guys. Then I will be go off for to take rest, guys. Talin, thank you, Talin. Only a 167. Anybody can send a laughing discourse and one more 67 are flow state. Lara, hurry, Lara. Thank you, Lara. Antonina, please, guys, send a laughing disco or flow state. Any superhero can send it right now, guys. Yeah, any superhero can send a 6-7, guys. Anybody can send the laughing disco. Lala, here is your name, dear Lala. Anybody can send a laughing disco or Helena. How are you, Helena? Thank you so much for joining, dear Helena. Thank you, Helena. Helena, can you send the laughing disco? Thank you, Helena. Rosin, how are you, Rosin? One second, Rosin. Where are you from watching, Rosin? Oh, that's great. How many are you all, your Rosin? Rosin, can you do the super chat for me, Citrine Maria? Send the gift. Can you send the gift, my dear? Any person can send the laughing disco or super chat. Gemini, thank you, Gemini. Then see hurry then. Please, guys, do the super chat, guys. Belensa, can you do the super chat, Belensa? Jamie, I write your name, Jamie. Anybody can do the super chat, guys, or send a laughing disco or follow state, or if you have some more, yeah, and also to do a super chat, guys. Yeah, for do click on my goal, guys, click on the goals, click on the goal to completing my goal, to help me completing my goal, guys, please. I want to see a small donation, guys. Yeah, looks that I'm here from 3 hours. I have to get a small support, but I wanted to get small support. Yeah, it's my reward. To getting support is my reward, guys. Yeah, if you have to support me, then I will be write the names. You know, it's the support is like have to giving the boost. It's energy. You have to make a small donation, guys. Yeah, every person have to make donation. Click on the goal, guys. My goal is I have a $5, $5. Every have 10% can complete this one, but two is enough for me. Two is enough for me. If you have to complete it, two have to enough for me. If someone has to play in my goal, five plus five, $5 plus $5. Please, guys, to do the super chat, guys. Super chat is my reward, guys. Yeah, really. I want. I will. I wish have someone do a super chat. Lena, Danielle, Yasmin, and as a Katsi, everybody have to make a small donation, guys. Yeah, make a small donation, guys. Click on the money icon to do a super chat. Super chat for my stream, guys. I wanna look to a super chat for my stream. Who is going to donating, guys? Who is going to donating? Felipe, you do a super chat for. You know, I'm getting very tired. I'm from here. I'm on here from 3 hours. I want someone has to support me. Someone has to make that donation. Kala, Hari Kala. Harper, Kala, make donation, guys. Lala, how are you, Lala? Alize, please, guys, do a super chat. Alize, Imam, to make a small donation for my appreciation, guys. You know, And from here, from the 3 hours, I want someone has to support, someone has to make the donation. You know, the donation is like a reward of the host. Halini, how are you, Halini? Thank you, Halini. Yeah, I will. I want you have to make a donation, guys. Thank you so much. If you can donate, you have to click on the money icon to do the super chat, guys. Okay. Hi, I have a nice day, and I'm Darlene. Darlene, have a nice day. Darlene, you do a super chat, guys. Okay, okay. What is your name? What is your name? What is your name? Aria. How are you? Aria, 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 Aria. Thank you, Aria. Hennali. Hanley, Hanley. Aloza, how are you? Aloza. Please, guys, send the laughing disco. Do the super chat, guys. Kid, how are you, kid? Jolina, how are you, Jolina? Please, guys, make a super chat, guys. Make a super chat. Alize. Nicholas. Nathan. Daniel. Sadine, how are you, Sadine? Arena, please, guys, someone do the super chat, guys. Thank you. Jordan. Chole, please guys, anybody can send the laughing disco. Kara, I write your name there. Chaleru, Nidami, Ale, how are you, Ale? Please, someone can do the super chat, guys. Anybody can send the laughing disco, guys. Amber, how are you, Amber? Thank you so much for joining, dear Amber. Antonia, how are you, Antonia? Thank you so much for joining, Antonia. How are you, Antonia? Lara, how are you, Lara? Please, guys, send the laughing disco, guys. Jagor, how are you, Jagor? Thank you so much for joining to a city room, Jagor. Astile, how are you, Astile? Thank you so much for joining to a city room, dear Astile. Daki, how are you, Daki? Someone do the super chat, guys. Aline, how are you, Aline? Thank you so much for joining to a city room, Aline. Please, guys, Do the super chat, guys. Alana, how are you, dear Alana? How are you, Alana? Thank you so much for joining to stream, dear Alana. Please, guys, to write your name in the chat, guys. Yeah, send the laughing disco. Send Daniel. Send laughing disco. Kanura, how are you, Kanura? Thank you so much for joining to stream, Kanura. Rumesa, how are you, Rumesa? Thank you so much for joining to stream, Rumesa. Shabazz, how are you, Shabazz? Thank you so much for joining to stream, dear Shabazz. Anybody can send Alizam, how are you, Alizam? Anybody can do the super chat, guys. Andy, how are you, Andy? Or send the laughing disco, Edward. Anybody can send the laughing disco or do the super chat, guys. Dios, how are you, Dios? Thank you so much for joining to stream. How much you want for super chat? I have to one $50 is enough for me. Dios, Krishna, if you wanna doing super chat as much as you can, my lovely brother. Actually, it's my goal to get the maximum support. You know, it's this support is only for my family supporting. Yeah, I have to do the stream for the family supporting. You know, it's a that's why I have to make it long. For it's your love as much as you can. Ali Ram, how are you, Ali Ram? Thank you, Ali Ram. Ekhtiar, how are you, Ekhtiar? My favorite people's names you are writing. Okay, thank you. I have looks that I have to write your favorite people names, but my favorite is super chat. You should do a super chat to make you will be feeling happy right now. I have to become happy when I have to get support. Amina, how are you, Amina? Vide, how are you, Vide? Thank you so much for joining, dear Vide. Swag, how are you, dear Swag? Brahna, how are you, Brahna? Thank you so much for joining, Brahna. Send the laughing disco, guys. Bala, how are you, Bala? Anish, how are you, Anish? Send the laughing disco or follow state. Krishna, you wanna going to the super chat? Krishna, are you here, Krishna? Sadine, how are you, Sadine? Arya, how are you, Arya? Yes, Arya, I was talking. Were you going to send us super chat? Thank you. Good, Krishna. Gamer, let's play code game. No, there is no play game live. Okay, I thought maybe you are going to do the super chat, but you should do it one day. You should do the one or two super chat for a month. Yeah, I sent laughing disco. Yeah, you sent a laughing disco. You sent it today, Zaleski. Yeah, today is the last day of the month, so I have to guide it with my payout. Yeah, if you send it today, I will get the laughing disco payout from after this month. So you should it's best for me. You should have to send it for the today. Mahara, thank you, Mahara. Ehana, how are you, Ehana? Yonchi, how are you, Yonchi? Thank you, welcome there. हाँ कृष्णा, अगर तुम कर रहे हो ना तो आज ही कर देना, सही है। Can you send the laughing disco? Olivia, can you send the laughing disco, Olivia? Lily, can you send the laughing disco, Lily? Lily, can you send the laughing disco, dear Lily? Thank you so much, Lily. Thank you. Thank you so much. No, sorry. Okay. Can you send a 6-7, Lily? Only a 167. Can you send? Only 167. 6-7 is so you're send a laughing disco. Yeah, Lily, you should send a 6-7. You have only yeah. You should send. You can send me a one flower. You can send a one flower. You play a fun flower. You have flower is also my favorite. Lily, you have to send a one flower. Evie, how are you, Evie? Hello, Poppy. How are you, Poppy? Yeah, guys, do the super chat and send the laughing disco. Send the laughing disco, guys, and do the super chat, guys. Hannah, how are you, Hannah? Yeah, guys, do the super chat and send the laughing disco, everybody. Nicola, how are you, Nicola? Thank you so much for joining to sit room, dear Nicola. How are you, Nicola? What did you say? I say, can you do the super chat, my dear? You will be showing the money icon. Click on the money icon to do the super chat for completing my goal. So you have to make a one super chat or two, yeah, as much as you can. Anissa, how are you? Anissa, thank you so much for joining to sit room, dear Anissa. You should say everyone names out loud. Faith, Faith, yeah, I write your name, Faith, and also Hannah. Faith, please you make a super chat, Faith. Yes, that's my name. Mr. G, Faith, you have to do a super chat. I'm subscribe you, Mr. G. How are you, Mr. G? Amber, Emma, how are you, Emma? Thank you, Emma. Please, guys, do the super chat and post recently. Can you write the Amber? Oh, Amber, Emma, and in my name is Emma, Hannah. Amber, can you? Okay, rest in peace, the Amber. Amber, I have to pray for the Amber. Adera, can you do the super chat, my dear? Mariam, how are you, Mariam? Thank you, welcome. Can you do the super chat, guys? Anna, how are you, Anna? Lucia, how are you, Lucia? How are you, Lucia? I was kidding, I'm sorry. You can X out my names. Bad prank, sorry. Anna, gracias. Thanks. Yeah, I know. Please, guys, someone send the laughing disco. Do the super chat, guys. Yeah, any one person have to do the super chat, guys. Nivea, how are you, Nivea? Kaleru, how are you, Kaleru? Stray Kids. Please, guys, do the super chat, guys, please. Bala, hurry, Bala, please send a laughing disco or super chat, guys. Tom's, hurry, Tom's. Please, guys, do the super chat, guys. Satar, how is Satar? Nina, how are you, Nina? TV, how are you, TV? Anybody can do a super chat, guys. Julia, how are you, Julia? Or send a laughing disco or a follow state. Hurry up, guys, to write your name in the chat, guys, and do a super chat and also send a laughing disco. Any person can send a laughing disco. Dinara, hurry, Dinara. Heron, hurry, Heron. Michael, hurry, Michael. Rossi, how are you, Rossi? Michael, I write your name Jackson. How are you, Jackson? Jack Jason, how are you, Jack Jason? Ava, how are you, Ava? Please, guys, someone send a laughing disco or a follow state. Talia, how are you, Talia? Dominic, how are you, Dominic? Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the laughing disco. Thank you so much. Thank you, my pretty. Thank you so much. Latile, how are you, Latile? Thank you so much for the laughing disco. Laughing disco is my dream gift, really. Latile, how are you, Latile? Thank you so much, Latile. Thank you so much for 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 Latile. Thank you so much, Latile. Latile, can you send a 167, Latile? 167. Can you send a 167? Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Latile. Thank you. Oh my god! What is this? Latile, you are very. Really, I did not get this letter. Really, you are very amazing. Thank you. You are very cute. Thank you so much, my dear. People did not have to. Okay, thank you so much, Latile. Thank you. Latile, do you like us? Can you send a 6-7? Sorry, 6 full state on the screen. If you have to Javas, please send a 167. I'm here from 3 hours 38 minutes. I'm here from 3 hours 38 minutes. I did not have to get support to get support. That's why I wanna here. If you can to send a one follow state, then I will be go off. If you have to the Javas, Javas to send a one follow state. Moke, thank you, Moke. Olivia, how are you, Olivia? Thank you so much for joining, dear Olivia. Yeah, you can also send 6-7, and then you can also send the 6-7. Christine, how are you, Christina? Anita, thank you, Anita. Ale, how are you, Ale? Thank you so much for joining, dear Ale. How are you, Ale? A lot of love and respect. Manoon, how are you, Manoon? Thank you, Manoon. Thank you so much. Thank you for the sitter, Latile. Thank you so much. Latile, can you send a one follower? Only one follower, yeah. Can you send only one follower? Mala, how are you, Mala? Thank you so much for joining. Don't forget to subscribing my channel, my dear. Unknown, how are you, dear? And Unknown, how are you, Unknown? Evelyn, how are you, Evelyn? Everybody to do the super chat, send the laughing disco. Yeah, Messi, how are you, Messi? Latile, if you you look at that, my dear. It's not a big. It's I think it's cost 15 coins. Send one. I has. Can you send if you can you send for lost state? If you can, let me give you the blue title. Latile, 1 second. Let me give you the blue title of my screen. Now you have to get the blue title of my screen. You are the moderator of the stream. Thank you. You send a one follow state. Yunchi, thank you so much. You know I am on here for a long, so when I have to, if you have to send this a one follow state, then I will be to go off to take the rest. Yeah. Thank you, Yunchi. Thank you so much. Messi, how are you, Messi? Thank you so much, dear Messi. Ali Reza, hi Ali Reza. Thank you, Ali Reza. That's right. Messi is the best. Yeah. Nivea, how are you, Nivea? Thank you so much for joining, Nivea. How are you, Nivea? Please, guys, send the laughing disco. Alici, how are you, Alici? Thank you so much, Alici. Thank you for the handwork. Can you send a one set? You look. You will be showing on the screen a flower. Yeah, a flower is yeah. Flower is not a big. Yeah, it's a small. Jolly, how are you, Jolly? I love your voice. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for loving my voice. Thank you. Jolly, can you do the super chat? Jolly, you should do a super chat, Jolly. Thank you for the sutter, Massa. How are you, Massa? Thank you so much. Thank you for the sutter. Thank you, Massa. Aso, how are you, Aso? Thank you, Aso. Thank you so much. Yeah, you should send us a. Oh, thank you so much for the sutter. Aman Parade. Thank you so much, Aman Parade. Can you send all 6-7 Aman Parade? Aman Parade. Thank you, Aman Parade. Thank you, Aman Parade. Can you send a lot 6-7 Aman Parade? Thank you so much, Aman Parade. Thank you so much. Yeah, you can send a 6-7. Thank you so much, Aman Parade. You have to send a 6-7, matter. Makale, how are you, Makale? Hi, Makale. Thank you so much, Aman Parade. Thank you, my dear. Six, 7. Yeah, send us 6-7, guys. Send us 6-7. Michael, you have to send us 6-7, Michael. Yusuf, for you, Yusuf. How are you, Yusuf? 6-7, yeah, send us 6-7, guys. Only a 167. Only I need a only 167, guys. To send us 6-7, guys. Any person can send a 167, guys. Any person have to send the 6-7. Millie, how are you, Millie? Thank you so much for joining, dear Millie. How are you, Millie? Thank you so much, dear Millie. How are you, Millie? 6-7, yeah. Rocky sent a 6-7, Rocky. Mahbub, how are you, Mahbub? Anybody can send us 6-7, guys. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Alright, so how are you, Arab? So thank you so much for joining, Arab. So how are you, Arab? So hurry up, guys, to join the stream, to write your name in the chat, guys. Anybody can send the 6-7, guys. Anybody can send the 6-7, guys. Hurry up, guys, making the like and subscribing to the channel.